But I thought
positions would
that
be
like
because
last Monday, I thought that Drew. I thought like we've been talking on this show for a month or two about fucking where. How does Drew get the 5 foot sword from town to town, and and all of a sudden he just shows up on TV with a pair of jeans on and a black fucking tank top, and with a lot less accent than he usually has, and basically tells fucking Punk that maybe he should take 9 years off so he can come back and fucking headline WrestleMania, and it's kind of shooting. And I was just like, I don't think anybody in their mind was watching this. And then to me, the kicker was when Punk goes nose to chin with him, and fucking tells him that I'm going to
he's going to
leave
knock
before
his
he.
teeth down his
Yeah, you're gonna
throat.
knock your teeth down your throat. And I'm thinking, fucking, you better go get that fucking sword.
Yeah.
You know,
I watched the segment, and while I thought they both did well, my question was, is as a booker or as someone in creative ever, what is the term for creating heat where maybe it previously didn't exist? Like that just seemed like some very inorganic heat. When Jinder Mahal came down and Rock came out, that was to give Rock some fodder, clearly, right? I mean, that was to give Rock something to chew on.
it was
Here,
also. I think it was also a way to bring back. Um, I thought that they, because they said they were going to bring back a former champion. They
mhm,
brought back Gender, and the people kind of went, "Oh, this is what they're going to bring back," and then which kind of got heat. Then when Rock came down, and then they promoted back and forth. I mean, Jinder was automatically, but I mean, he was, and people. It's not like people don't know who the fuck he is. He had the belt for like a fucking year, and I thought one of the better things that WWE has done piece wise when they did the interview with Drew, and he basically said that yeah he was champion for WrestleMania, but it was during COVID and there were no people, and you think back to that, because to me, like when I remember the first night I watched it, and it was from the Performance Center. I think Triple H was calling, and it was just like I'm thinking to myself like, holy fuck! Like it's hard some nights to go out there with the red light on and a house full of people to fucking do this, and they're going out night after night on TV with no people. And I'm sorry, TV screens don't fucking cut it.
no,
I
that
mean,
was that was weird too.
yeah,
The
that was,
visual was really
and
weird.
so when Drew makes reference to everybody, I think what has happened is a lot of people have come back, and a lot of people are saying that like I want my legacy, like I want my shit to end this way. Well, let me promise you this: I didn't want my fucking last match to be a fucking ladder match in Baltimore where you can't get fucking color against my buddy who fucking is running the fucking show, who basically we got about 7 minutes to put this thing together before fucking the doors are open. And I've never had a ladder match. I've watched them. It's just like, and it was kind of the drizzling shits. And I ended up getting a concussion and not even remembering the end of it. And that's my last match.
Mm.
And that's my swan song. So everybody else fucking, is butthurt over the shit that it didn't go their fucking way. And it just seems like they keep coming back and getting another. It's just like, so I see, like, even though it didn't feel organic, because of that piece with Drew, I felt that it was organic because he's just like, wait a minute, motherfucker. Like, I've been here. Like, you haven't. And I like the fact that, like, I really thought that where Cody was going was wrong, but I think Cody's has raised his opponent's level back to where he when fucking he meant something. You
You're talking
know?
about Nakamura?
Yeah, because he was hot for a minute, and it's just like he just kind of fell off the earth, and I thought that fucking it would be the opposite. I thought that fucking he would drag fucking Cody's push down, but last week the fucking and it was they were in Portland and fucking they got with it, and the fact that they made it a fucking no DQ play. I mean, they you know allowed it to be a little bit more diverse than the other matches had, and Cody got the show. I mean, I just thought it was a good piece of business for Cody. I'm still trying to figure out how somebody spits poison on other people, yet and it comes out of their mouth.
It was in their
Yet
mouth.
that fucking poison has no effect whatsoever while it's in their mouth.
Mm. Maybe it only affects the eyes, right? So like
It's optic is just an optical poison.
yes, like some kind of like
Almost like when Batman with Adam West would have that when they hit him with this that little bit of smoke that would make you go to sleep.
right. Right, the mysterious smoke. That's kind of I think what the mist is.
Okay.
And the elixir for it is a white towel.
Yeah, white towel.
Yeah,
Always
so
a white
that's
towel.
yeah.
Because everybody knows that the only reason they make black towels is because women have periods.
Period piece. This is a period piece.
It's a period piece.
Um all right, so just to put a bow on that segment, you feel that Drew and his take on where Punk was on the card in the company, that justified them getting together. Because I was asking, like, it just could anybody have been in the ring and mention Punk's name, and Punk comes out and there's a feud now? Shouldn't should it not feel that it had to be these two coming together in some way? Not for every feud, but I mean, Punk's the top of
I
the
mean,
card,
neither is attached right now to anybody.
right?
So, and I mean, you've got to get to Rumble, and you've got a ways to go to Mania. So you're gonna, and it's like I think that's they brought gender back. I think that he needs to be. I'm not saying that I mean, he was a top guy. With the proper care, he could be. I mean, he could be a player that you put in elimination chamber that makes that a better fucking like there was when you have a 3 hour show like they do and I watch it and there's that 45 minutes of every fucking show that's shit I don't want to watch, and I'm not going to fucking say names or anything else, but but I think it's huge that Becky Lynch did a favor. I said there's and then fucking when Rhea comes out and gets I mean now that I'm intrigued with that. Like they're starting to fucking
Mm-hmm.
they've been wrapping these presents and now they're putting bows on it, and all of a sudden I'm saying fucking on SmackDown, which I rarely watch. You've got Orton back, you've got AJ back, you've got now and we made reference to the fact this can you have too many top guys?
Mm-hmm.
The answer is of course no. But when you've got 12 to 14 players that are interchangeable, you're protected from injuries. You've still got
Mm.
Brock that you could fucking kickstart in 2 seconds. So it's I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at that, and I'm looking at what I'm looking at the fucking the deck of cards. Like Paul is fucking dealing with fucking a fucking 10 card. I mean a 10 deck shoe, and at AEW they're over there fucking with the Renians over there fucking the horseshoe. They got fucking the single deck going, and You know, I'm sorry, but fucking, I'm gonna, I'll go ahead and fucking double down on Hook. You know, it's like split Hook. I'll hit both. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the comparison. It's just like it's not even apples and oranges. It's apples and fucking award shows.
Well, that clearly to the thinking person,